Well, good time, everybody, and happy August. It is 9 o'clock on August 1st. You can't see it, but I pointed at my computer. And it being August, that means July is over, which means we're going to turn the page, literally and figuratively, on the last month. Going to figure out what I wanted to do last month, what I accomplished, where I have to go still towards my goals, what I didn't do, why I didn't do them, that sort of thing. Are they still important? Should they carry over into next month? And I have an idea about what I want to write down on this next month. But first, we'll start with the previous month of July. So, I had four big goals last month. One of them was the simplest one, and it's the one that I did unequivocally, unarguably done, where I applied to one new job every week. We're talking real applications here, not just hit apply on Indeed, like actual applications that I had to. I'm talking with my hands, but you can't see. So what if I'm a good YouTube man. Is that a little better? I don't know. I'll have to raise my hands up. Anyway, one new job a week where I had to rework my resume and actually make an effort to apply, not just hit auto apply on Indeed. So I did that one. That one was done, and that might have actually gotten me somewhere. But I'm not going to count on anybody. The other one was, so at the start of the month, so it was to in terms of the toy that I'm trying to make, this is one of the prototypes, the little jumping frog thing. And at the start of the month, I had this. This is one of the prototypes for the mechanism, because I wasn't actually sure if it would work. So that's what I started with this month. And the goal at the end of the month was to end up with something that looked like a frog. Basically, that was the goal. I worded it kind of strangely, but that was the goal. And he did not survive, unfortunately. So that'll point towards my goal for this month. But I actually did. I got a little frog boy. Of course, he's super broken. But, he looks like a frog. He's got a little head. This one doesn't have any eyes. He's got little feet and little hands. So I'm fairly happy with that one. I'm obviously concerned about the durability problems, but I'm getting ahead of myself. And I had two other goals last month actually, that I just did not do. I like game design, and I like game development, and I want to do those things, but I really struggle with it for a lot of different reasons that I don't want to get into. And so one of my goals for last month was to have a working prototype of the game that I wanted to make. Well, that ended up just not happening. Not even close. I didn't even finish the player controller. So I'll have to think about that one next month and try and see if I can't fit. Because I still want to do it. It's complicated. But I didn't do that one. Whereas I'm pointing at nothing. That one down there. And also, you can't read any of this, so it's fine. And then the other one was to get more comfortable with FreeCAD, the CAD software that I use. And the way I had been doing that was by doing the SolidWorks certification test practice problems and doing them in FreeCAD. And I did some of them last month. I didn't do as many as I wanted to. And I don't know if that's going to continue into next month. I don't think it is. I guess this month. I don't think that's going to continue into this month. Just because one of the goals for that goal, one of the objectives for that goal was to try and get a job in STEM. And I might have given up on that again. I don't know. I thought a lot about that last month, and we're not going to get into that right now, but that one's not going to make the crossover. So I didn't do two goals, those two, but I did the other two, which were really important, honestly. And the sun just came out, and it was raining earlier. So we're going to start with this next month. Also, as an aside, you should get a paper calendar. 100% get one. You'll have to find your own way to do it, to use it. But what I try and do anyway, is I write my goals down on the calendar and I cross them off as I do them. But then I also, at the end of every day, or plus or minus, well, not minus, the end of every day plus 24 hours, I write down what I did that day, and then in bullet points, and then I cross it off with an X. And honestly, I love this thing. It's just a little paper calendar. It hangs right here. It hangs right here on one of the thumb screws to my PC case. And it's great. I love this thing. But turning the page to August. So I wrote a bunch of goals down before I started recording. And I want to do a lot this month. Because I have larger, more long-term goals, short long-term goals for October, but I'm not gonna expand on those yet. The first one that I think was very successful and I want to continue until I get a new job is to apply to one job every week. Hopefully, I won't need to do that for very long. Hopefully I'll get a new job pretty soon. I'm hopeful, but I'm cautiously optimistic, but lack hope. I don't know if that makes sense, but we're going with it. So we're going to write that one down. Apply to one new job every week. With the understanding, I'll just remember this. I don't need to write this down because space is admittedly limited. Apply to one new job every week with the understanding that if I get a new job, I don't have to keep applying. That's just the condition. That's the win condition. Apply to one new job every week or get a new job. That's goal number one. So the goal number two, that is very important. There's 3 on here that are really important, and then the rest are also important, but less so. So, goal number 2 is to figure out the durability problem for the hop frog. And I don't, it's sort of a vague goal. Not really. It's just, right now it's caused by stress concentrations. At least I'm pretty sure that's why. So the goal is to make it so it doesn't break so easily by removing the stress concentrations. And then if another durability problem comes up that causes it to break in 2-3 days like these ones do, then I'll have to figure that one out as well. But the goal, figure out the durability problem. Maybe I should have said solve the durability problem, not figure it out. It's implied. It's fine. Okay. And then the next one that's really important is not the next one I wrote down on my bullet list down here, but it will be the next one I write down on the calendar, is learn more about LLCs. Because the goal is to eventually start a toy company. So I need to know how companies work. Obviously, I have some experience just through personal and standard things you just generally pick up over time. But I want to know what their legal inputs and their legal outputs are. What a business needs and what a business needs to give to the government. And that's the goal this month. There are grander goals than that, but I want to keep these, because I have so many, I want to keep them relatively simple. Anyway. Goal number 3 is learn about legal ins and outs of LLCs. I have some idea, but I would just like to have a document or something written down, and I also don't think I know about all of them. So that's goal number 3 this month, in no particular order of importance, I guess. Okay. We'll write this one down next. I want to get back into, or into for the first time, I guess, depending on how you look at it and how consistent I've been, content creation. I want to stream more, and I want to make more videos. I want to publish more videos because I record videos, but they don't go anywhere. So I want to do more. And I think if maybe we break it down into 2 goals. Where I have stream once a week is a goal. And then videos, which are a completely different beast. I make 2 videos a month. So 1, and then this one. So I'd have to come up with another video. That one might not happen. I don't know. These things this is going to be a very packed month. But we'll do 1 stream a week, at least. Also, I have a Twitch. Go look at my Twitch. That's where I'll be streaming. I've streamed on my YouTube before, but I don't know. I kind of want to keep them separate because they're very separate things. Playing video games and maybe working on Hop Frog stuff. Maybe game development if I ever get back into that. And then this is more of a focused thing. Not really, but this is different than streaming. So I want to keep them separate. So if you want to look at my streams, go on Twitch. More personal YouTube stuff will be here, obviously, on YouTube. 1 stream a week, and then 2 videos a month. 2 videos this month. So really that's only 1 video, because this one's gonna come out, hopefully. And then I have 1 more goal. It's, 2 more. But they're all sort of part of this grander effort to stabilize my life a little bit. So in June, I had a budget and I followed my budget and it went pretty well. And then in July, it completely fell to pieces because I was stressed and burned out. And those things haven't really changed a little bit, but I'm going to make more of an effort to build those healthy habits back up. I want them to be long term. So I guess we'll have to rebuild and follow my budget. But outside of just fiscal health, I also want my physical health. Wow, I'm getting like concept bleed. Holy shit, I wrote the wrong thing. And follow budget. Also want physical health. So I want to get back into macro tracking because that's something I've done before. I think it helps me a lot. And it's something I just need to do. It's easy to keep doing, but it's hard to start. So I just need to start, honestly. And I haven't macro tracked yet. I'm buying new groceries on Sunday. So that's when I'll make the effort to start it. So tomorrow, I guess. And I want to, I guess it's sort of two goals, but we'll roll it into one. Or I want to macro track, and I want to work out every day. Easy workouts that I enjoy doing, that still push me forward. Sort of try and rebuild that ladder. Start out small, start out with something easy that you can do every day. Just build the habit up. And then once you start hitting limits on that habit, then you can build on top of it. But I just need something easy. So I guess it needs to be two goals. First one, macro tracking. And then the second one is, I guess, keep the goal simple. Just work out every day. Make a concerted effort to do something I wouldn't otherwise do. That is exercise. Because right now I'm walking and I'm biking to work. But that doesn't count as exercise because those things happen anyway. So make an effort to exercise every day. Whether that's go to the gym in my apartment complex and do 4 pull-ups like I did yesterday, or do some push-ups or whatever. Make a concerted effort to do something I wouldn't otherwise do. So work out every day. And that's it. That's the whole next month in 8 bullet points. I think it's 8. Yes, 8. 8 bullet points. All in all, last month, I think in some ways, I made all of the important progress I needed to. I made progress on the Hop Frog, I applied to new jobs, I have more leads. These are the important things that happened last month. The less important, not necessarily less important, the less time-sensitive things did not get done. So I have sort of mixed feelings about last month. Because the latter half of the month, the last 2 weeks basically, was me sort of dragging my feet a little bit, not really doing anything, trying to recover. And there'll be some of that this week. I think I just need to try and take it easier. But obviously, I just wrote out 8 goals for the month, so I don't know how easy I'm going to take it actually. But I need to take it a little easier, I think. I think that's one of the things I learned last month. So I can't just push myself and what's the saying? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. I feel like I experienced that last month with productivity and burnout because I'm having to spend so much time recovering. I cannot push myself to the point where I can't give it my all and then try and recover over a day or two. I have to sort of take it easier throughout the whole week and not push, break, push. Because that just didn't work for me last month. And I think I ran into that headlong. And you guys saw a little bit of that on my last video. But this is getting too long. I did what I wanted. The calendar will go back up on the computer. And I encourage you guys to do something similar at the start of every month. Make goals, write down your days, just buy a paper calendar. Honestly, this is the first calendar I've ever bought, and it was the best decision of my life, hands down. Nope, hands down, best decision of my life, honestly. Not in any sort of big way, just in a little way. But I'm going to I don't know. Relax until I go to work. See you guys next time.